In a tavern not so far away, called the Groggy Donkey, four friends met one fateful day. What will the dungeon master say? With spores to spread, an elf of wisdom, but he gives dread. Adino, a paladin with devotion guiding his legs, showing his enemies the last dance. Rumi's a Genesee cleric who will silently chant her song to guide all the lost souls along. Crying the bugbear, strong and cunning by our side. Society's rules he won't abide. But wills he won't abide. Oh, the Groggy Donkey calls us home, where the adventurer's spirit roam. From the shadows to the dawn, our bond is never gone.
And we are rolling. We are live.
We are on the air.
Yeah, we are on the air.
Breaking news this morning out of Cincinnati.
So, welcome back, everybody, after our crazy, uber interesting Halloween special. Last time we left off, the bad guy got away with 2 of the seeds of magic, and then Adino got disappeared and reappeared back on a strange new world. And that's where we're going to pick up today, with Adino and his new friend. Go ahead and let's, Adino, go ahead and describe what you look like again. That way Bishop knows what he's looking at.
Let's see. Adino is... Ooh, he's a tall drink of water. He's a wood elf paladin, and he's got long flowing hair that glows a little bit. He's dressed in armor, some heavy paladin armor from head to toe, and he carries an odd looking lance with a almost looks like a pepper grinder on it. Very curious looking weapon.
Okay.
Awesome. So that's what you're looking at. Bishop, go ahead and describe what you look like again. That way the listeners can have a reminded of what Bishop looks like. And that way Adino knows what he's looking at.
Bishop is a construct. He's a warforged, so he is a synthetic person. He's very skeletal looking. He's not really wearing much in the way of clothing. He has something kind of covering him, but not really. And he's kind of wearing this tattered, nasty-looking cloak that's all ripped up at the bottom. Just kind of really like lean and skeletal kind of looking. And this dark charcoal-colored, slate gray kind of metallic body. Yeah, he's somewhat human, but not terribly so.
What does his face look like?
His face. So his face it's relatively skull shaped. It's not abnormally unhuman, but it's his mouth doesn't really move all that much. It's kind of like this grill on his face that just noises come out of it.
Nice. Awesome. So, Adino, you find yourself in this alleyway. There's some strange noises. There's some things around you that you've never seen before, and then here's this skeletal man staring up at you, or staring down at you, who introduces himself as Bishop.
Yep.
So, what are you gonna do to get yourself back home?
I think first of all I need to figure out where I am.
So,
That's a pretty good question.
You said alleyway?
Yep, you're in an alleyway.
What's around me?
So there's this smelly box that has like flies buzzing around it, and there's the buildings that are on either side of you are they're made out of kind of like brick. There are these strange like poles that run up the buildings. There's like these paper, just random like just basically trash flying around in the alleyway. There's a cat that's just kind of like watching you guys from the corner.
I pet the cat.
Pet the cat. You start to get close to the cat, and he's a feral cat, so he's not like super friendly, and he's a little afraid of you at first. What would you do to get the cat to like you?
Well, I think the most logical thing to do is kneel down and.
He's a little interested, yeah, but you don't smell like food.
I grab a handful of the flies buzzing around the strange box with weird odors.
What's that?
I grab a handful of flies buzzing around the strange odor box and offer them to the cat.
He seems a little interested. Go ahead, make me a dexterity check to see how many flies you can catch.
As this is happening, can Bishop just pull out like a ration from his
4.
Oh, totally.
Okay, I do so. If I see Adino trying to feed this thing, I'm just like very quietly, mechanically pulling something out of my bag, and then I'm just gonna like hand it to Adino.
I like it. All right. So how many flies did you catch? What's your biggest
Yeah,
throw?
that was a nat 1.
A one?
Dexterity, so a 3.
You swatted these flies, and you seem to have accidentally smashed a few, but you didn't really catch any. You're gonna give Adino the food.
I will give Adino a ration.
All right.
I have no use for it. It's just something I have.
All right. You gonna take the ration and give it to the cat?
Yes.
Okay. So the cat, he sniffs, and he seems to like it. He eats it, and he lets you pet him.
Great success.
I name him Gilroy.
Gilroy. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So now I have this kind of mangy cat. What's he look like? What's the cat look like?
Ah. I think he kind of looks like a Bengal cat.
A Bengal cat. Okay. Awesome.
I remember reading about them in school growing up.
With the little spots and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So a little spotted kitty cat named Gilroy now. Awesome. So first step of going home, making friends with the cat. All right.
Of course.
I think last time when Bishop introduced himself, he told you that you were on.
Where did you tell me wrong? I remember.
Yeah. Roll a remembrance check. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to. That's what you notice.
Oh no! I don't remember. Doesn't seem like I've written it down anymore.
Do you have it, JJ?
Well, I remember you saying Nork, and it was
Yes.
bustling and loud and sounded like engines and.
Yep. So you were on Nork. That's the place where Bishop told you were at.
Yes.
Yeah, you hear all these sounds and strange noises, and you hear people, it's kind of like a bustling city you're at. Bishop, you would know that the town that or the city that you're in is one of the few kind of like really big cities on Nork.
Right.
There's really not a whole lot, but like it's one of the very few like really big cities. It's so what I'm picturing in my mind, just for you guys to kind of picture it, is am I too loud or too soft?
You're good. Just
Okay.
keep doing it.
And what I'm picturing in my mind is kind of like mixture of, think of like maybe 30s to 50s, anywhere between that, like New York. So like there's not really like automobiles, but there's like these Like a horse's carriage? Yeah, like a horse's carriage, basically. You know, it has a like little.
It still looks like a hansom, like a
Yeah.
carriage, but it
And-
just doesn't have a horse attached to it. It's moving outside.
Yeah. And Bishop, you would know that it's powered by basically the same thing that you're powered by.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
a
kind
kindred
of,
spirit.
it's
Brother, is that you?
it's your battery source, not like your life source, but your battery source.
Okay.
That keeps going, right? It's that's kind of the main technology of the oh crap, I forgot what they're called now. I had it here and I don't remember where it was at.
Ducanari.
That's it, Ducanari.
Writing
The
this down.
inhabitants of Nork. I was calling them Norkians, but it's not Nork. So the Ducanari are the inhabitants of Nork, and they use this. They for you, Adino, it would appear like magic. For them, it's more of like a. They give it like uranium. It's like a radioactive rock, basically.
Yes.
That they use.
All right.
And it's kind of like they don't use it often because it's so scarce, but it powers the the little trucks and stuff like that, and you can tell that it's something strange because like it has like a little bit of like a glow and whatever, like where the engine should be, and so this is like when you see one, that's what it looks like. So you and Bishop are there in the city. What are you guys gonna? What do you tell yourself? What do you tell Bishop about yourself?
I'm
Well, the
curious.
last
I'm
thing
just
I
staring
said to
at him,
him was
like-
that I lost my popcorn, and we were fighting some big pumpkin thing, and something landed at my feet and swallowed me up and spit me out here. And I would.
You're gonna have to repeat some of that. Sorry, Thor was being very loud.
What's up?
You're gonna have to repeat some of that. Thor was being kind of loud.
Okay. So I tell Bishop that I was fighting with a group of companions, this haunted town, and we fought a big pumpkin monster, and something was thrown at my feet, and I was swallowed up and spit out here. And I would like to know any information I can find in how to get home, how to get out of here.
Okay. That's not. I don't have any information really to help him as far as planar travel goes, do I?
Make me a
Why not? We can just. Yeah, we can make a roll.
roll. Let's see. Let's do this as a. There's not really like a memory check.
No.
We're gonna call it that.
We can do history if you
Yeah.
want. Not that I have that, but.
Yeah, we'll do history.
All right.
It's like, well, intelligence, because it'd be either-
It's gonna be flat intelligence for me.
yeah, it'd be intelligence.
So here we go. Okay, nat 20.
That's what. All right, so you when he says being swallowed up and then spit out, it kind of triggers something in your memory when you talked to this strange person who introduced himself as a god.
Mm.
And he said he mentioned something similar of being able to go from one place to another place. Let's see what check your memory circuits and see what it was called.
Right. I believe there was something rainbow. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember fully what it was called. But I remember the word rainbow was involved.
Adino, go ahead and make me a history check.
20. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yep. What'd you roll?
20.
20?
There we go.
Oh, damn it.
There we go.
Okay. So, in your travels, you have heard the myth of something called the Black Rainbow. It is technically like a forbidden thing, and it's supposedly a means of travel between planes. And technically, most of the people that use it now are criminals or those of kind of shady backgrounds.
Okay.
When I tell Adino this, I'm kind of just like, I have my head cocked to the side. I'm like, rainbow.
Yeah.
That's all I tell him.
So, you guys, that's what you remember at Dino is the Black Rainbow, and it's a means of travel between planes.
Okay.
So, what are you guys gonna do?
That is the
Well,
question.
I think first and foremost, Adino, based on his military background, he's going to want to scope out his surroundings from the highest point he can find. So Adino's going to try to climb some of the pipes sticking out of the wall you were mentioning, and try to get up as high as possible and observe.
Okay. I mean, you can. Yeah. I mean, absolutely, you can do that if you wanted to. Make a. I think that would be athletics.
16.
Yeah. It. Actually, you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna make an opposing roll real quick. So, you're able to grip on, but there's a spot about 5-ish feet off the ground, which you get up there. It's not very strong. It starts to come out of the wall. You can still hold on. It's just it's starting to come out of the wall.
Is there anything else around me to grab onto?
No, it's just the one pipe up that one wall.
I'm just standing at the bottom of the alleyway, staring up at him doing this. Right? It's like curious as all hell. What is he doing? I've never seen an elf before, have I?
No.
No.
You would
So
not
I'm
see
like,
them.
what's up with this weird guy and his pointy ears and soft facial features?
How fast is it coming out of the wall?
It's seeming to be not too strong up there. If you would keep climbing, it possibly would break off and you would fall down.
Do I think I can help
Okay,
him?
I'll hop down.
Would you want to help him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, you'd be able to help him.
All right, cool. Can I like try to help push that, stabilize the thing so that it doesn't fall down on him or come out of the wall?
How tall are you?
Oh, good question. Oh, I'm only 6 foot. 6 foot 8 inches.
You'd be able to reach kind of high up. Yeah, you could probably do that. Give me a strength check.
Just flat strength.
Yeah, just flat
Yep.
check.
Here we go. Wow. That is 7.
7. So instead of holding it still and everything, you go and you're a little bit too strong for your own good, and you end up smashing the pole, bending it. So Adino, you end up falling on your back onto the into the alleyway.
Ouch.
Yeah, Bishop helped a little bit too much. Bishop, remember you also you know the area.
Okay, fair.
Adino wouldn't necessarily know that you know it, but you're from here, so
Right. I'm not entirely sure what Adino was trying to do, to be quite honest.
yeah.
anyways.
Other
He
than
didn't
getting,
verbally
yeah,
speak out loud and say, "Hey, can you help me find a place where I can scout out?" So,
yeah. So Adino, are you're gonna tell Bishop your intentions, or are you just gonna leave him in the dark?
No, I'll tell him. My pride's a little hurt.
Okay.
So, listen, I need to know how I can observe. Is there a high point in this city where I can kind of get my bearings? Kind of know a little bit about what's going on.
So I know the building that we're next to is probably pretty tall, but do I know of any other taller points that are easily accessible?
There is a taller building probably a couple blocks away.
Okay.
That's like 15 stories rather than the
Oh, yeah.
the 4-story building that you're next to.
That might be a little. I don't know if that's much. If that's like too much for him. I think that'll do probably.
Okay.
So I'll probably just motion him to follow me, and then I'll lead him to that building.
Okay. You gonna follow the stranger into strange land?
Yes,
Okay.
cautiously.
Sweet. All right. So as you guys come out of the alleyway, Adino, you are met with all the sounds that you've been hearing. There's people here and there. The people of Nork, the what did we say they were again?
Dunakari.
Dunakari. I didn't have it pulled up. So the Dunakari, they they look to you kind of like orcs. They're very large. They're muscular. Their facial features are a little softer though. They're not quite like, underbites with tusks and scrunchy noses and stuff. They're a little bit prettier. But they do have the kind of the greenish skin, or the green-gray skin, and like huge muscles. They're not dressed like orcs normally do, with just like a loincloth or a leather, what do you call it, a halter or whatever. They're dressed a little bit more like just normal people. They have trousers on and shirts and tunics and stuff. So they're dressed like that.
They're like half orc human.
Kind of, yeah. They kind of look like half orcs in a way. But they're still very large. They still have very big muscles. They don't have like the tusks, or like the scrunchy facial features.
Okay.
And then there's stores along and different shaped buildings that you've never seen before. Some of them are really tall. Some of them are weird shaped, but they're not like. Don't think it's not like too technologically advanced, but their architecture is impressive. Being one of the very few cities on Nork, they take pride in it, and they have like the little streets or whatever. They're made out of like cobblestone, and the little automobile things you see, the little horses carriages. They putt along and they stink, but they or like a smell you've never smelled before, but they have a weird smell to you. But they kind of they only go about as fast as you can run. So they don't go very fast, but like these people, they're kind of, it usually fits 2 people in there, and two
Of these
Dunakari.
residents.
My goodness, I didn't have that word in front of me. It fits 2 Dunakari, and side by side, and they're just putting around. But most people are walking, and from to and fro. And some people seem to be in a hurry. Some people don't. It's a very bustling city. Thank you. So it's very strange to you, but it looks fascinating. It's a world you've never been to before. So you guys get to the building. It's about 3-ish blocks away. It's not too far, and it's like an office building basically. But I mean, as office as fantasy can be. So it's like an office building. But so you guys go up to the roof. There's like a little. It's not all the way at the tippy top of the building, but it's just above the 15th floor. There's like a little balcony area you guys can stand out on, and you can look over the entire city. What are you looking for specifically, Adino?
Anything I might recognize. Anything.
So nothing seems to look like anywhere you've ever been. You can pretty much see the edge of the city from up there, and the place around it looks like it's kind of barren. There's not much around the city.
Mm-hmm. Also, did we take an elevator to the roof, and do I know what those are?
Elevators don't exist. You guys would use stairs.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. They're not that technologically advanced.
Yeah.
They do have robots, but they're not. They don't have elevators. It's a weird give and take. Yeah.
I was thinking even rope and pulleys.
You know what?
Oh, yeah,
Could have been teleporters.
You know what? That actually.
Step on a disc and boom, you're right where you need to be.
I like that. You know what? Yeah, you guys took a little elevator. A little like the little.
I was very,
like
I was
inside
terrified.
Of, like, mine shafts, little hand crank. Yeah. I like that.
Oh man, was that like operated by another Warforged or something? There was
Yeah,
just like a simplistic robot that just.
You walk in, he's dressed like a bellhop, and he's like, what is life function? Yeah.
Well, it's there's two of the
What's that?
Dunakaris at the top waiting to jump down so they can weigh you down and pull you up.
Yeah.
They just ride the rope down.
Yeah. So, so you don't see anything familiar up there. What you gonna do now?
Did the cat follow me?
Yeah, he's obsessed with you.
All right, good.
Yeah, you had food. Bishop. You suddenly remember the name of a guy who might have some knowledge on some things.
Okay.
He's a shady type dude who likes to gather information about things and kind of sells it at a price.
Okay. Is this the guy I'm thinking of?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know his name.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll let Adino know that. And I'll probably say to Adino, oh gosh, what will I say to him? I'll say, I know someone who can give us more information. Perhaps a way to get you
How
home.
far away is he?
I know where he is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. In which case, I'll probably just like point off the side of the building and just be like, wherever I normally find this individual, that's where I point.
Yeah.
Wherever it is, I don't know. It could be some like dingy, nasty, stanky part of the city that's all run down and totally destroyed. I don't know.
Yeah. Bishop just points at Adino. He gives you no direction. He just points off. So it could mean the entire city. It could mean a specific building that only Bishop can see. Like, so. Yeah. What's your decision on that, Adino?
Do I still have my stone in my pocket, or did I lose that? I don't remember.
The which stone?
Legit can't think of the name right now.
The seed of magic?
Yeah, seed of magic. Do I still have that in my?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna show Bishop.
Ooh.
And ask him if he recognizes it.
I don't really have Arcana.
Describe what it looks like to Bishop because he's never seen it.
Right.
So it looks a little bit like you remember Jurassic Park and the mosquito that's caught in the amber?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So it's about the same size, but no mosquito, and it's more shiny.
Okay.
It's a good description.
Now I don't have any Arcana for this, but can I make a religion check?
Yes.
Okay. See if I can suss anything out about this from my small amount of time with you know who. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, nope. That's a 5.
Yeah, you know who didn't say anything about these.
Okay.
To you,
Wonderful.
it's a shiny orange rock.
All right. I've probably seen a couple of those. Shiny orange objects. Like, yeah, and I stare at it. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, they sell them down at the gift shop.
Exactly. I've seen Dukarans selling these. And I go, it is fascinating. That's all I tell them. I don't even say anything else.
What's your takeaway, Adino?
I put it back in my pocket and I ask him if he knows where we can get some tea because I know he wants some tea and popcorn.
Oh, I don't know. Do I know where I can find tea? Probably the marketplace where I find other
Yeah, so
Dukarans buying things. I'm
you
just
would
like, yeah.
also, you're always down for tea. So
Oh, yeah.
you would also know that you would be able to find that guy at the market.
Fair enough. I don't know why it never occurred to me until now.
Yeah.
Two stones, one bird.
Probably because Adino mentioned it, and I'm like, tea is a thing you can just get.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If he's looking for sustenance, and so am I, to be frank. Not that I need it, but I want to try it.
Yeah.
I'll lead him to the market, so we can go back down
this
the
point-
robot-powered elevator.
Okay.
At this point, I think his name is Frank.
Who's Frank?
He said, "Let me be Frank," so I think he literally changed his name to Frank.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you and Frank go to the. You guys go to the marketplace. The marketplace is, think of like a. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to describe something you guys haven't seen. Like the bazaars in Amman. There's lots of like, you know, what? Farmers market, like a flea market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a haberdashery of sorts.
Yeah. That's a good haberdashery. That's a good word. Do
Dang.
you know what I'm picturing right now?
That place in Kansas City.
I was just about to say that.
It's all outdoors. You go through like this archway, and there's these lines of buildings with just like little storefronts, and then out in between the storefronts, there's just stalls and booths, and it's huge. And there's that thing with the bucket that had the squid in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Childhood memory unlocked.
Yeah. I literally, that's what I thought of too. I was about to describe.
Ooh, but a haberdashery. What a word.
Haberdashery. So, so you guys go there, and a bishop's looking for tea, and Adino is looking for information on how to get home, and
pop
where to buy orange rocks
and popcorn.
and popcorn. Oh yeah. So follow your nose, Adino. Sniff out some popcorn. Do a.
I'm going from vendor to vendor describing what popcorn is, and nobody knows yet.
Okay. Yeah. Let's use your nose. We're gonna call it a perception check.
All right.
Wait. Is that right? Perception.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perception check. See if you can find some.
That's a 12.
12. You
Yep.
get the faint hint of buttery. Like when you walk into a movie theater, you get that, like, just smacks you in the face of popcorn. You're starting to get the faint hint of that. Not too far amongst all the other smells in the market.
I head towards that smell.
Okay. Bishop, are you still hanging with Adino, or you're gonna like continue looking for tea?
I might be a little worried about Adino. He seems like he's easily lost.
Okay.
Or possibly, it's clear that he's off-worlder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
so,
you, yeah.
In which case, I think I'll just hang around him and make sure that he doesn't get, into too much trouble.
Okay. You guys follow the smell to the popcorn booth. There is a kind of a thinner Dukanari. He's sitting at a booth. He's dressed. He's like leaned back in his chair. He's got his feet on the table. and he doesn't seem to be like he wants to be there, but he's like, clearly there. He's got a few assorted things on his table, and he's got popcorn, and he's wearing black boots with chains hanging off of them, and then he's got black trousers, and then his shirt is his tunic is like ripped off on the sleeves, and then he's got like an animal hide like a belt going across his top, kind of like a half suspender in a way, that's like holding up his pants kind of, and then he's got messy black hair that kind of like sticks up, and then just kind of like scruff, and he's as soon as you guys approach his table, he sits up and he looks at you, Bishop, and he kind of makes a face, and then like starts to get up like to run away from you.
Oh.
What are you gonna do about it?
Insight check? I'm pretty sure I know what this is about, but I'll do an insight
go
check
ahead.
on
Yep.
it. That would be 16.
Yeah. So that is Thadadash, right? Is that his name?
Yeah, that's
Thadadash.
that is okay. I know he's got the information, and I can clearly see that he's trying to buck it.
He's trying to book it away from you because he does not want to
Deal with me.
he hasn't. Yeah, he tried to rip you off and you got angry at him last time,
Okay, fair.
and so he does not want to see you right now.
Okay, if I see him running, I'm going to tell Adino that's him, and then I am going to like Terminator dash to him. Just
Go ahead, make me a dexterity check.
can I add acrobatics to this, please?
Yes,
Sweet.
to see if you can catch him before he runs away.
Okay, that would be 17.
Yeah, as soon as he starts to run away, you just right by like the nape of his neck, like in a shirt, and you just catch him, and he's not too happy, and he's like, Bishop, I don't want to see you. I told you, I gave you a fair price.
Do I remember what he gave me a fair price for?
It was supposedly this super whammadine crossbow that's like an automatic crossbow,
Right.
where you can just you have like bolts on like a belt, and you just and it can like shoot a bunch of bolts.
I'm assuming I tried this weapon out and it totally just like fell apart in my
it
hands or
just
something.
jammed like every second.
Wonderful.
It was a ripoff.
I'm going to kind of like make sure I get a good handle on his shoulder and just like literally sit him down in the street.
Okay.
Just push him
Yeah,
right down so he can't go anywhere.
He's much smaller than you. You absolutely push him right down.
Easily. Okay, cool. To that end, my eyes turn a little red. My eyes are going to change colors. I think they were probably green before. Now they're red. Just like a shader, just kind of like. And I'm going to ask him. Now I'm going to say about. What do I say to him? I say, I don't care about that. My new friend needs information.
Yeah, sure. What you need to know.
Tell him how he can get back home.
Yeah, so I was kind of pulled into this little shiny orb and spit out here. And I was told you might know something about something called the rainbow, black rainbow, something like
Adino
something
speaking,
like
Alvin.
Yeah. Wait, what's wrong with your friend? Does he know how to speak?
What's wrong with his mouth? I'll repeat back everything he said to him.
Okay. Rainbow. Oh, you guys went on the Black Rainbow. That's a ride, I tell you, my friends. But it's gonna cost you.
How much?
I think Bishop will probably just pay him. I'll just grab like a random amount of money out of my bag. I don't know how money works.
Okay.
So I'll just like grab. How much do I have? I got quite a bit. I got 70 gold. Oh wait, I marked that down in copper piece.
Ooh,
Oh, 70 copper pieces.
700.
Refrain and change that. Okay,
No, no.
70 gold pieces. I don't know how money works. I just grab like I don't know 5 of them and throw it at him. I'll just drop it right in his lap.
You're kidding me.
7,000 copper pieces.
You're gonna give me this for a ride on the Black Rainbow.
Oh God, what does Bishop do when this is all Bishop knows about transactions, right? You give these shiny things to somebody and you get something in return.
Yeah, 'cause-
It worked the first time with him. Why isn't it working the second time? Oh God.
I can tell you really don't know anything about money, my friend.
I shake him a little bit and say, "Stop talking. Stop talking. Let me think."
Adino, you gonna try to help out?
I'm still confused because I don't know what the little man is saying, and
I basically
this
tell Adino.
Frank is just throwing stuff at him.
I'll tell Adino that Thadashad says this isn't enough. It's not enough to get a ride on the Black Rainbow.
How much is enough?
Well, let's see. Black Rainbow. It's gonna cost you. We're gonna go 1,100.
How do I know it will work?
I look at the money in my hands. I go, "This is not enough."
Unless you can sweeten something up for me.
Such as?
Well, you got something that's worth about as much?
Well, yeah, he's not getting the seed, so that's that. Just trying to find my inventory.
Alright, listen here. If you guys can take care of something for me, I'll let you ride for a discounted price.
What do you want
I
us to do?
need you to take care of a defector.
How much was that worthless crossbow?
Sounds easy enough.
Really good boy.
Where is he?
Well, see, the defector, he's trying to rat me out to the authorities. And he's kind of got a protection deal where we can't touch him. But if you go in and you take care of him, so to speak, I'll let you ride. Unless you guys don't want to get your hands dirty.
I think Bishop will probably agree
I
with
pull
us.
Bishop aside and ask him what he knows about any mafia types
Mafia types.
and what we'd be going up against.
Do I?
Well, I mean, yeah, that a shot.
That's fair. Can I pull some information at that shot? I don't think I would have any of the kind of information as
You
far
wouldn't
as like.
necessarily know except for your dealings with him.
So I'm guessing he probably knows. So I'll ask him if he knows what he knows about this.
So, this guy, he almost got us caught. You know, doing our normal business. And now he wants to sell us out. Thinks that he can be immune or something and not have to pay the price. Which we all know he's gonna have to in the end. So, if you take care of him before we do, or I guess for me, and then before the authorities can find us, I'd say it's worth about as much as a ride.
Bishop will nod in agreement. He thinks that seems pretty fair.
Alright. Adino?
My grip on Thadashad loosens slightly, but not all the way.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to be like slightly I guess trusting that you're gonna do what you say because you always follow through with your word. You down for this, Adino?
I nod and grab the popcorn bowl.
Okay.
This is mine.
Yeah.
taking
So he tells you that the guy's name is they call him Squid. Because he's slippery. And you might be able to find him hanging around the. You might be able to find him hanging around down by like the old warehouse district, where they keep. It's kind of like a shipyard, with like the big Maersk boxes or whatever. But like, there's no water.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a shipyard. It's just it looks like that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's not too far. It's just on the far end of the city.
Okay. I'll nod to it.
So I say we head that way.
Okay.
I like to think that Shad probably tries to get up, and I slam him back down to the ground, and then I'll reach in my bag and drop the pieces of broken crossbow at him, and I'll just stick my hand out, and I'll go. I'll try to use Shad's words against him.
Okay.
Like, this wasn't worth it.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. I can do that. With -1 modifier, that's fine.
Wait, can't you use your strength? Because you're a barbarian?
Yes, I think with intimidation you can use your strength modifier instead of your.
Okay, can I re-roll?
Yeah, we'll let you do that.
It was a crap roll. No!
That was a crap roll.
It was the same roll. It was the same number. I don't know if this is going to stop him from just taking it, but 7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of seems annoyed that you gave it back to him, but he doesn't look scared.
Okay. I don't know if Bishop cares enough to like not invade his personal space. I might just start rummaging around in his pockets.
Yeah. Hey, hands to yourself.
I want my money back for this.
Listen, if you at least track him down, you don't have to kill him. But if you tell me where he is, I'll take care of myself, and we'll call it a ride.
All right. Bishop will say, deal. And I'll just let him up.
Okay.
Hand off him.
So you guys make your way down through the city, and you enter this this big like storage yard. There's a bunch of like big, huge crates of things, and they're labeled with a writing you can't read, Adino. For you, it just says you store it or something like that. I don't know, something like that. And it's basically just a huge like just storage facility where people. They're becoming more and more popular as the world starts to. With all the feuding that's been going on and all the fighting, there's been more and more people being forced out of their houses, and like all this stuff is being put in like these storage boxes, basically being repossessed. So these are like a bunch of people's homes inside of boxes, and now like that's just where that stuff belongs now.
Right.
Yeah. So go ahead, and I'll have each of you just roll me an investigation check. You guys are looking for... Oh, I guess tell me what you guys would be looking for in order to find this guy.
I'll give that up to Adino, because I'm sure... Well, actually, I probably have just about as much information, right?
Yeah, you guys literally know this guy he's a Dunarki, and that's it.
Okay. In which case, I'll look around for, like, obvious signs of people coming and going from this place.
Okay. Adino, what you looking for?
Listening to people's conversations and asking anybody if they know the squid or anybody by the name of the squid.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's people here and there, scattered as they're like going through things. There's always somebody there like loading up some boxes and building new ones and stuff like that. So there's definitely people there. Go ahead and each make your investigation check.
Got 11.
11.
Yeah, I got a 4.
4.
That's the third 4 I've rolled.
Yeah, people come and go all the time, Bishop.
Great,
Yeah,
wonderful.
there's people who seem to like build homeless camps here and there, like inside the area, even though they're not really supposed to.
In Bishop's mind, that means he's totally
Adino,
here.
you do your best to communicate with the people around. They don't speak your language, but like they know you're friendly. You seem like a really nice guy. They just don't understand a word you're saying. The pantomimes that you've been able to kind of describe, they sort of get the idea that you're looking for somebody, but they don't know who. Most of them just kind of point towards the camp.
I'll investigate the camp.
Headed towards the camp? Okay. Bishop, you gonna
Yeah.
stick with the Dino? Okay.
I'll stick with the Dino. I won't try to wander off too far.
All right. So, because you've had no luck in your investigating, you guys go over to the camp and there's lots of people around. Adino, do you want to use Bishop as like an interpreter to ask the same questions to these homeless people?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Happily, I will do so.
Yep. So there's a couple of people who mention this guy who comes and goes all the time. He's always bringing things in and out. And he seems to, they call him a thief. And he's kind of shady. He lives in one of the boxes that's, it's not too far from the camp. It's like, just a few rows down from the camp. But he likes to come into the camp and he'll steal things, or he always is bringing weird things in and out of the place.
Can we have one of them show us the box, the specific box?
Yeah. They lead you out into the aisles, and they point to like two aisles down, or rows down of crates, and they point and they tell you that he's 3 crates in, 1 crate up.
I give them 5 gold and say thank you.
What's that?
I give them 5 gold and say thank you.
Okay. Yeah, he smiles and just waves because he doesn't understand you, but he does accept. And just wait and like waves at you. So when you guys get to that specific spot, you can see that there's one box that seems to have been modified to look like a living area. There's like a ladder sticking down from it. There's a hole in one of the walls that looks like kind of like a window. It looks like somebody might be there currently.
Oh boy.
So, you guys have gathered information. You guys can either, here's your choices, right? You've done now what Thadashad's asked.
Sure.
You found where he's at. You can either confront him or rat him out to Thadashad.
I'm pretty sure Bishop would just go for the direct approach and try to rattle Squid here. See if we can't get the information from him directly.
Adino, what you gonna do?
Yeah, I agree. I don't completely trust Thadashad.
Okay.
So I'd rather talk to
All right. So, you guys just gonna barge in? Or you guys gonna try to just?
Ooh, good question.
We'll knock. We'll be civil.
Okay. All right. If I see Adino, straightening himself out a little bit, I was 3 seconds away from kicking the door down, but then if I see him like this, I'm like, okay. I'll let him take the lead.
Yeah. So, you guys gonna go ahead and climb the ladder? Or you guys gonna stand like down and like shout out?
Can I reach up and tap the floor with my lance just as a knock?
Yeah. I think it's a good way. You hear some rummaging inside, and you hear a Go away!
I'll take the head of my axe and make a louder knocking sound. Goosh, goosh, goosh.
What? Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Wrong voice. Dude, I got the go away part, but I can't get it anymore. Who is it?
Oh God, what did we say? I
No
turned
one
to
would know.
Adino, looking to see if he knows what to say, because I certainly don't.
Ooh, yum.
I start talking in Elvish. I explain who I am. Obviously, I don't know what he speaks,
Oh Christ! Okay.
but I'm hoping just by jabbering he will come and investigate.
So the guy hears a bunch of gibberish, and he peeks out and he sees you two, and all of a sudden he has this like his face goes pale, and he like and he goes, oh crap, and then like darts back into the box.
Oh no! At this point, I'll look at Adino, and then I'll just head into the box. Like
Just
it's
climb a
time.
ladder, head right
Pretty
back in.
much.
Okay.
So I'm climbing
can I
up to
circle-
get into this place or down?
Up into the.
Okay. Can I just jump up there?
You probably could. You probably could jump up onto the ledge and you could like kick the ladder down so he can't get out.
Yeah. Well, if I'm jumping up there first, I'll just kind of stay right there so that he can't get out and
Oh,
wait
okay.
for Adino to come up with me.
Okay, so just stay in. Yeah. So
Athletics check, or do you say
Yeah,
I can
athletics.
just like? Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Wonderful. Nice. That is. Hang on. That's 18.
okay.
Part of my legs just like turned into pistons, and I just
Yep.
jump.
Adino, you climbing or jumping?
So, I want to make a quick look around the outside, see if there's any other way out, in or out,
Ooh, good question.
just in case he's trying to book somewhere else.
So, from where you're at, right? The box he's in is stacked on top of another box, and then in between two other boxes with the box on top.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you could run down back to the end of the aisle and look down the other aisle, or try to assess the other boxes. Which one sounds better to you?
I'm gonna go down to the other end.
Okay. Make a I guess that would be a perception check.
12.
12?
Yep.
It seems to be that the boxes that his box is stacked with are they're like connected in a way. And then when you get to the other aisle behind it, you can see that there's a rope hanging out of the top box above where his would be.
Fucking knew it. I go to the rope.
To the rope?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say the rope?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a make a athletics check.
15.
Awesome. Yeah, you climb the rope, straight up to the hole.
Muscle boys.
Yeah. So, Bishop, when you get through the doorway, you can see him trying to like hide. Right. He's running around. He's trying to climb over some things. He's trying to get to some places. The inside is like covered with a bunch of crap.
Okay.
It looks to be like he's kind of cut a hole in the floor of the one above him, and like made like a little like loft kind of thing.
Sure.
So he's got a ladder leads up to the loft, and then he's got like curtains hanging and stuff like that. You know, like separating rooms in his little box there, right? And it's like filled with trinkets and stuff, obviously all stolen. Okay. And then and of course whatever furniture was already in the box. and he's got like a little tiny, like a little tiny kitchen area. It reeks of like drugs and piss. And
That's good.
yeah.
I don't have to breathe. So.
But like your sensors can pick it up, that it's a stinky place.
Terminator vision.
Yeah.
Just scanning the room.
Yeah. They're just these big green cloud.
Toxic materials detected.
Yep. And so you see that Adino, you get up to the little window part. It looks to be like a little escape hatch, and you end up actually cutting him off. He was actually headed to the little escape hatch.
Gotcha, B.
And you cut him off. So now you guys have got him pinned inside.
Oh god, this is that meme
And
with the Terminator and the little girl. The little girl's hiding in the desk, and the Terminator's standing.
All right, who's making the first move?
well, how big of a Dunakari is he? Dunakari.
He's actually bigger. He's bigger than Thadishad. He's kind of he's probably about as tall as you, Adino, but he's a little bit more
Right.
muscular.
Okay. But so it's an escape hatch. He's climbing up a ladder to get to me.
Is he?
So,
I was about to ask that question. Is this ladder, this escape hatch between me and him?
no. So
Okay.
the escape hatch is where Adino came in,
Gotcha.
which is in the loft. So Adino is at the escape hatch. You're down below on the first floor, and he's in the loft.
I see. So Squid's already booking it up.
Yeah, he's already booked it up to the loft. He just hasn't quite gotten to the escape hatch yet when Adino pops in.
Gotcha.
Think of it. Actually, I'm gonna draw a little picture.
Do we have him like pincered? Like we coming at him from both
Yes.
ends? Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yep. So
Good.
it doesn't seem to be like there's too much. Let's see if Jacob can draw what I'm picturing.
You said a box, so
Yeah, it's like a box.
It's very
I
square.
in my brain it was like Ready Player One, like the stacks kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Each room would be like this. So there's one on this side, there's one on that
So-
side, and there's one above it. So you said that there's an escape hatch in the top.
I'll draw
so
something.
there's a ladder.
So here. So this is the box from the front, right? If you're looking straight at it, right?
Mhm.
So it's actually the second box. So there's another box down here, right?
Mhm.
And then his little ladder, there's like a little like doorway, like cut into it, like this. And then he's got the little ladder here. The back side of the box, it's actually the top box. So this one here is the middle box, and the top box has a like a little man-sized hole with a rope down it. The inside of the box is a so when you're looking at it, here we go.
For our listeners, there's some serious map action going on right now.
There is. This map action is brought to you by.
When you're standing here, Bishop,
Yes.
right? So there's Bishop.
There's me. Wait, hang
Yeah.
on. Are you just gonna draw me?
Right. So you're standing here, right? He's got like a curtain on one side. He's got his little stove over here. He's got like a bunch of junk all over here. There's he's cut a hole in the floor,
Okay.
and he's got a little ladder that leads down here on the far side, and he's climbing up. So technically, when he comes in, this is the window with the rope in, and Adino is right here.
Okay.
That's Adino's head. And then
He's spoken now.
and he's over here, curled up in a corner, crying.
Okay. Fair.
Okay.
So so they have him cornered.
We have him cornered.
He's cornered.
Wonderful. I love it.
Okay. So, I wish I could draw through audio. That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well,
so,
Mainly,
um,
I just need to know is the escape hatch I'm coming through is it in the wall, the floor, or the ceiling?
it's in the wall.
In the wall. Okay. So I'm climbing in pretty much on my feet then.
What's that?
I'm climbing in pretty much on my feet.
Yes.
Okay, so just in case I was like climbing up through the floor, I didn't want him to have the advantage to kick me down or whatever.
Yep. No, he can't really push you out the hole.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. So, it's also like behind like a curtain. So you've crawled enough through that you're able to like when you climb up, you just push the curtain aside, and you're basically like, oh, there's his face, and he's like, and like tries to run away. So you guys have got him cornered in the little loft there. He didn't really think about any other escape hatches.
Okay, perfect.
So W.
Okay.
Got him, lol.
Yep.
Okay. If I'm confident he's not going anywhere, I'm just gonna approach him.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna climb the ladder in the loft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I'll jump up there like a badass.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not that far. I mean,
Climbing, jumping.
jumping. Okay.
Here we go.
And I'm just
that
the
is
intimidation factor in the
Oh boy.
background.
It's 25.
25.
Athletics check.
Holy smokes! Yeah, you just and you land right on the second, right there in the loft.
So smooth.
Yeah.
It's what he was designed for.
Alrighty, you both have him cornered. What's your moves?
Oh boy. I'm gonna let
I'm the
Adino-
silent,
I say
intimidating-
Adino. He can't speak the language. I keep forgetting.
Intimidation in the background.
What's that?
I'm just standing intimidatingly in the background since I don't speak the language.
Right.
Yeah, make an intimidation check.
Can I aid him and also do one?
Nat 20.
Oh, never mind. Don't even
Yeah,
Alright,
this guy is pissing his
27.
pants. He is scared.
Let's go.
Because there's this guy he's never seen before. He doesn't look like a Dukanari. He's dressed in this shiny armor with pretty hair, and he looks mad.
And the other guy's a
And
warforged.
the other guy is an absolute just
For all he knows, just a merc who's just here to snatch him. which
exactly
kind of I
yeah.
am, so.
He's an absolute unit. So
Actually, I think I will just do that.
what's
You
that?
just like snatch him and bring him back to Thatashad, right?
Yeah, that's an option.
Okay, cool. I'll pull out some rope and just tie this guy up.
Make a sleight of hand.
Okay. I do not have any skill in this.
No.
I got +2, so that's a 10.
10.
Yeah. No idea how well that
Adino,
did.
you gonna help him tie him up?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand as well.
Oh, okay.
21.
21.
Much better.
All right. So together you got a 31. So all right, we're gonna combine them. Yeah.
All right. I feel like I can pick this guy up, right?
Oh yeah, you totally.
Okay, cool. Let's
And,
strike
and
this.
before we take him back, I want to know everything he knows about the Black Rainbow because I want the information
Yeah.
not to go to Thatashad.
I'll ask him about it.
Hold on. Sorry.
We'll ask him about it. We'll compare notes. We'll see what Thatashad
Alright.
says. What Squid says.
Okay.
So yes, I ask him that, and I say, "What do you know about the Black Rainbow?"
Black Rainbow. Is that like a new gang?
Black Rainbows?
That's
I heard of them.
terrifying.
No. Oh gosh. Intimidation check.
Sure.
Shake him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
He's already pissed his pants.
What's that?
is-
He's already pissed his pants. How much more intimidating can we be?
Yeah.
I didn't roll very well. It was a 10.
10. Yeah, he doesn't feel inclined to answer anything. Except for, like, he's still scared of you guys. Like, you've got him tied up. He just doesn't feel inclined to answer anything.
Can I roll an insight to see if I think he's just trying to lie to us?
Yes.
Okay. Try that instead. That was a little slightly better. 13?
He seems convinced that it's just a new gang.
Oh,
You said Black Rainbow, and he's like, new gang, or like a new street drug or something,
I ask him what he knows about planar travel. Yeah.
Interdimensional
I feel
travel.
like that's a totally normal question to ask somebody.
What's that, Adino?
Interdimensional travel.
Yeah. He looks at you, confused, and goes, "What do you think I am? Some kind of smart guy?"
Roll insight to see if I think he's some kind of smart guy.
Sure. You know what?
No, I don't. Yeah, that's an 8.
You think he's lying.
I think he's lying.
You think he's lying.
I shake him like a small rag doll.
I'm glad that's what you chose for him.
He's tied up. That's all you can do. Yeah, no, he's
I
just
want to
like,
ask him.
Like that's gonna get the
Yeah,
information
yeah,
out of him somehow.
Stolberg, I don't know anything.
I want to ask him about Thadishad.
Thadishad?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
We bring up Thadishad.
He gets all like angry looking and he spits and he goes, I don't want to do anything with that filthy man again.
Okay, so I pull Bishop aside and I tell him that I think Squid knows little to nothing about these, the Black Rainbow, and Thadishad is just using us to get rid of some competition.
Agreed.
In the background, you can hear Squid. He's just being like, that backstabbing little. And,
I would politely remind Adino that this is kind of the only lead we have, unfortunately. If we don't see this through, we may never get the information we're looking for.
Yeah, I still think we should take him. I still think we should take him back.
Okay. Yeah, we snatch him. I'll just like haul him up over my shoulder.
Right, yeah. Whoa, what are you doing?
We're going
But
to Thadishad.
we're gonna use him to get a little more information out of that.
Yeah. You know he's only using you, right?
Well, we're about to do the same.
Do I? Yeah, I was gonna say, do I care? Considering I'm about to do the same with this guy. Not really.
All right,
I'm corrupting your guys' paladin. I'm so sorry.
all right. You guys are.
Don't worry, his brother has done that enough.
Okay, fair.
It's only a war crime the first time. Anyway.
After that, it's just a hobby.
I mean, technically, Adino is a war criminal. Anyway.
What's a little more?
Yeah.
What's a few more crimes between friends
So.
or new acquaintances?
So you guys dragged this tied up Dukanari guy just through the town, straight through the marketplace, back to where Thadishad's table's at. Thadishad doesn't.
I put him on the table.
Put him on the table.
Yes, on top of all of his shit,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Thadishad's shit. I just like.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't say bring him here.
And
What is wrong with you? You got a loose server or something?
I legitimately take some time to think about that question. What is wrong with me?
Adino, what you gonna do?
I think Adino's getting pretty pissed off at being used as a pawn for everyone else's games. So he's gonna pick Thadishad up.
What that be?
He's gonna pick him up?
That is.
Yep.
Make a strength check.
23.
Are we tying this one up too?
I'm shaking him a little bit.
Whoa! The dice have spoken.
The dice have spoken. Thadishad's a little weak boy.
Excellent.
I rolled a 5. So
Excellent.
yeah, you totally pick him up. What you gonna say to him?
Well, I'm just mumbling or screaming at him in Elven, so he doesn't really.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, what are you saying to him though? That way maybe Bishop might be able to relay something back to him.
Or I might also get it.
I think he's a piece of shit that's been taking advantage of my kindness and while also eating up all the popcorn in the city, which is a no-no.
How dare.
And I think that he sent us after Squid for his own nefarious purposes and that he actually knows nothing about the Black Rainbow, and I want the truth.
If I see Adino getting angry, I will rage.
Ooh. Okay.
So my eyes go red, and then parts of my armor start coming up around me. So I'm no longer the skeletal frame. I kind of have this bulk about me that's shifting over my body. There's a collar that comes up over my mouth, like a gorget, like one of those things that just like come up around the neck, but it comes up around my mouth, like this. I don't even know, really. It's like a closed bear trap looking device that just comes up around my mouth. And I will pull out my axe and just kind of level it at his neck.
Okay.
My friend is not happy with you. I am not happy with you. Tell us the information we need to know, and I will not murder you.
All right. So I'm gonna say that's an instant success on any intimidation.
Adino raises an eyebrow.
What's that?
Adino raises an eyebrow, impressed.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, the eyebrow raise always gets the job done. So you guys are both like you're very scary now, and Thadishad, are you relaying what Adino said to?
That's a good question.
Jim?
I'm pretty angry, so. Maybe?
His name is now Thadishits.
I don't laugh at that. Yeah, I will relay. I feel like I probably relay most of what Adino's trying to say to this guy.
Okay, so
Through my rage. Through my cold robotic rage.
as he is like, trying not to get his neck cut, and he's like choking on Adino's grasp, he gets out and he's like, I used you only to get the squid. I know about the Black Rainbow.
Where is it?
If you let me go, I'll show you.
Oh, fuck, do I trust this guy?
I tie his hands, but I put him down.
Okay, that's fair. If I see Adino standing down, then
Okay.
I'll dissipate the rage.
Okay.
Axe goes away, and I turn back to my little skeletal robot.
Okay.
Body.
So, you tie his hands up, and he goes, I need to take you guys to, oh, excuse me, hold on. I need to turn my Thadishad voice back on. I need to take you guys to the slums.
Is this another one of your warehouse stories?
I swear, no tricks. It's in one of the houses.
Better hope you're right. My buddy Gilroy here knows when you're lying.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, right, the cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, the cat just kind of like.
Oh, the cat's still following us. All right, cool.
Yeah. So, he leads you down into on the outskirts of town, just outside the city.
Ooh, as an aside, I leave Squid tied on his table. I do not untie Squid.
Okay.
Just gonna leave him there.
Yeah, he's just there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thadishad's men will take care of him. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
So he leads you into, this is kind of like an abandoned part of the town. There's still some people living there. It's real rundown. It's definitely been, this part of town's been through a lot. It looks like it was once a nice neighborhood, and now the buildings, most of them are boarded up. Some are like, the roofs are caved in. It's definitely seen the effects of war over here, and the people are living in poverty, and what people are still living in the town. And he leads you to a house that the windows are all boarded up. The roof doesn't look to be the strongest, but it looks to at least be okay to go inside.
Okay.
This is it. This is where it's at.
There's like an obvious front door to this place.
Yeah.
Okay.
I take a look around the outside real quick.
Okay. Make a we'll call it a. Are you looking for anything specific, or just looking to see if you find anything?
I'm investigating the outside of the building, knowing exits, entrances.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
13.
There's some windows. You find the backyard. It's very small. It seems to have like a little back door. But there's, for the most part, it's just a tiny little house.
I say we go inside.
I'll knock on the door, and then I'll just kind of rattle Thadashad and have him answer for us.
Okay. Yeah, so you knock on the door, but the door is like, the whole place is like run down, so the door is kind of like barely hanging on by the hinges.
Okay.
So when you knock on it, it just kind of
Oh.
like swings right open.
Oh boy. I'll take Thadashad and just kind of like put him in front of me,
Okay.
and just push him through the door first.
Hey, yo! Nobody's here.
We're going to make sure of that.
All right. What do you want? Yeah. Off. Thank you. Ooh, thank you. Oh, jeez. I just got a face full of dog breath.
Dog breath.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely push Thadashad through first, and then I'll just kind of like tentatively come behind him.
Okay. Make me a perception check, both of you.
Okay. Ooh.
8.
8. Ooh.
19.
19. Okay. Adino, it's just a creaky old house. You're still skeptical. You think maybe somebody's hiding somewhere and there's, it's going to be a trap. And Thadashad is a filthy liar and he just wants to take care of you guys. Bishop, you can hear this. It's almost like, like whenever you're in a room and it's really quiet and you can kind of hear your own like heartbeat in your ears.
Sure.
And it sounds kind of like and you also kind of hear like a little bit of like well, this could just be my tinnitus, but like a little bit of like a ringing sound. Like you can hear silence.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear that a little bit. And it's almost like the air is pulsating.
Okay. Is this a little bit like my danger sense is kicking in?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. With such a high roll, yeah. And you can actually tell it's coming from the back bedroom.
Okay. I let Adino know this, but I'm going to obviously say this in Elvish, because that's the only language he knows, so that I'm not portraying anything if anyone's listening.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully no one that's listening can speak Elvish. So, yeah, I actually, you know what? I don't even say anything to Adino. I'm just going to look at Adino and just give him eyes and then look to that room.
Ask out. Anyway, okay, yeah. Adino, are you gonna follow?
Yes.
Okay. You guys head to the back bedroom. You have Thadashad with you.
I do. I kind of have him like an impromptu shield. Got my arm under his bind, and I'm just holding him all like this by the back of the neck. So if I have to turn him, and use him as a shield, I will.
Okay. So you guys walk into the bedroom, and you can see on the floor there's this. It looks like just a really big shadow, like there's like a big box floating above, but it looks to be like a shadow, but it looks to be hollow.
Oh boy.
Like there's just a hole to nothingness in the floor.
Oh no.
And that's where the sound's coming from.
Oh boy.
I take my
Thadashad
rope
instantly
dart.
starts quaking. What was that, Adino?
I take my rope dart and uncoil it and try to dip it into the hole.
Okay. So you stand there on the edge of the hole and you go to like put the rope dart in it. When you do that, it kind of just does when you like put it on the floor and it just kind of like lays over.
Huh.
I don't like that. I'll ask Thadashad what he knows about this.
Okay. He kind of goes. I've never tried it out. I don't know what it does. I don't know where it goes. I just know that supposedly this is the rainbow.
This is the Black Rainbow.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so tempted to just push him into it to test it. push him into it.
You push him into it?
I do. I push him into it.
Alright. You
Flip
push
the coin, I push him into it.
and he disappears.
Okay.
And he goes, "Phoom," and he disappears.
I still need to get my money from him. So.
And then all of a sudden you hear, "Ah!" outside.
Oh. Go outside real quick and check to see what that is.
That Danishad looks to appear like he's all disheveled. His hands are now untied. And, and he looks to have fallen like a good distance and landed straight on his face in the backyard.
Is he dead?
No, he's very much in pain. But and he goes, "Oh, I never want to do that again."
All right. For shits and giggles, I'll go over and restrain him again.
Yeah, he doesn't fight you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he does not want that to happen again.
Hand on the shoulder, then we go back inside the building.
Okay.
And I show Adino. This is what just happened. Pays to check. Pays to try everything. Do everything.
This motherfucker was trying to get rid of us again.
So,
apparently, it's not so easy.
what you guys gonna do?
Oh God. I'll ask Fatishad where he went.
Okay. As he's trying to gain his composure and catch his breath, he's like, it was kind of like, I was met with stars that were gray. And then next thing I knew, I was falling to the ground.
Does this sound familiar to me at all?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Fair.
It's just the rumors of the Black Rainbow, take you from one point to another point, anywhere you want to go.
Anywhere you want to go.
Right. That's
He
the
wanted
myth,
to,
right?
He wanted to stay here.
Yeah.
I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Or at least get out of the house.
Exactly.
Okay. I feel confident enough that that's how that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I will relay that to Adino.
Okay. Adino, what you gonna do?
I'm sorry, I couldn't really hear Bishop on that last part.
I was just double checking to make sure, I'm checking with myself if I'm confident enough that how it works is you think of where you want to go and you go there.
I'm a bit skeptical because why would Thadishad wish to plummet face down into the backyard? Did he want to come back there?
My thinking is he wanted to stay here, or at least get out of the house.
I feel like we should throw him through again, just to see if he does the same thing twice.
I do so.
You throw him in again?
Yes.
All right. As you push him in, he's like, "Not again!" And he goes throwing through. And then this time, what's that? Don't slam the table. Oh, I won't slam the table. Sorry. So this time, you don't see anything. You don't hear anything.
Uh-oh.
Nothing. He's gone.
Oh no. No sounds outside.
Nothing.
Okay. That's
Okay,
Oh,
Adino's
as he's
convinced.
screaming, as he's falling, he's like, "Mommy!"
Oh.
Wait, he said what?
Mommy.
Oh. So Adino's convinced he's going to immediately think of the place where he disappeared and his companions, and he's going to jump in.
You think it was companions?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
he's gone.
All right.
He abandoned me.
Yeah. Are you gonna jump in too?
I look outside the building and I'm like, there's nothing left for me here, right? There's nothing left for me in this city. Yeah, I will, I'll give it a few minutes, like a few seconds, and then I'll think about where Adino is.
Okay.
Think about where my new friend went.
Where Adino
And then I'll
is,
jump in.
or what he mentioned to you.
Oh, shoot. Both?
Both. Okay. Good.
Can we do both? Both
Yeah,
is
yeah,
good?
yeah. So what's going through your mind, right?
Triangulation of the
I don't
location.
know about the implications of both.
Yeah. So, both of you, this is what you experience as you're going through the rainbow, right? When you jump in, there's a feeling of like lightness. You feel like you're made out of feathers, and you feel light as a feather, and you're floating, and like your body doesn't have any sort of substance, and you also feel like you're moving really fast at the same time. And all around you there is it's like stars, but they're not like bright. They look like stars. And then there's these streaks of grayscale rainbow as you're shooting through almost like a tube. And think of whenever the Millennium Falcon goes into hyperspace,
Sure.
and it's with the stars. It's kind of like that, but just think of more like a grayscale rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but also there's these spots where it kind of feels like where you've stopped moving, but you're still floating, where you see these almost like you're looking off into another universe, where it's like these kind of clouds. Almost, but they're all gray, but they still glow like there's light behind them.
When we slow down, I'd like to make a perception check and see if I can see anything as we're passing through this. These slow down sections.
It's okay. Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 11.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see what appeared to be constellations.
Oh.
You can't quite make them out. You don't know what they are, but they look to be like pictures
I
in
feel
the
like
stars.
I can commit some of this stuff to memory.
Or
no?
Probably one or two of them.
Okay.
Yeah. One of them looks like a man with a bow. It's kind of just what it kind of appears like. You see another one that looks to be like a crab.
Crab.
And then you see another one that looks like a wyvern.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like the camera slowly pans down. I'm like.
Yeah.
And
So.
then I'm assuming we just pick up speed again. And
Yeah, it's kind of like
Go on.
It's like a.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's kind of what it's like.
Okay.
So. Adino.
Yep. Hi.
You've been away from home for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't been gone from the party very long. But you've been away from home for a long time. And you've always deep down missed your home.
Mm-hmm.
So, through your traveling through the thing, you're thinking of your brother, you're thinking of the party, you're remembering the encounters that you had with the giant pumpkin. But there's also the soothing sound of your mother's voice playing in the back of your mind. And when you come out of this wormhole-like thing, there's like a bright light, and you find yourself sitting on the ground, in like the underbrush of a forest. There's birds all around you, chirping and singing. There's squirrels running around. There's sun rays that are shining through the leaves. Beautiful trees. A couple deer here and there that you spook when you sit up. Go ahead, make me a perception check.
17.
You are home. You are in the birdsong forest. And you recognize the spot that you're at It's a little grown over from when you were a kid, but it's a spot where you guys used to go sit and have picnics all the time,
Mm-hmm.
which is not too far from where you grew up.
I take a second and take some deep breaths, take it all in, and relax in the peace for a second.
Okay. Yeah. You sit there, relax. You're home. All of a sudden, you hear some footsteps kind of break the silence a little bit. And when you look up, you see an elf dressed in a green and brown tunic with a bow. And it looks to be like he's hunting. And he makes eye contact with you and kind of has like a look of familiarity on his face.
I stand up and wave to him.
He kind of slowly straightens up, waves again, or waves at you, like real slow, kind of like a little like, okay. And then he just motions to you, like, follow me.
I follow him.
Okay. You follow him, and you come back, and you see, you come into view of the Elven Village. It's beautiful. There's a mixture of like houses on the ground. There's a few like tree houses. It's quite the. What's that? What?
That's the name of the village.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't gotten there yet. Anyway, you see, there's like, think, yeah. Anyway, there's like huts built in the trees. There's bridges that interconnect some of them. There's a lot of buildings on the ground as well. It's actually quite large. It's not like a small village, but like it's very close.
It's like an Ewok village.
In what's that?
It's like an Ewok village.
Kind of. Yeah, more like Kashyyyk, the Wookiees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, and so it's like that. There's some on the trees, there's some on the ground. It's very close together. There's a lot of people, all around doing various different things. You see people. There's some people dancing. There's people, women sitting out front weaving cloth. There's some women that are like dyeing some cloth. There's a dude sitting outside and he's sharpening knives. There's a couple of people that are practicing with arrows, like they're making them. You see a guy, he's tanning hide. There's a couple kids running around playing with like, have you ever seen those little wheels that you slap up with a stick and it rolls?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's a couple kids playing with those. There's a few kids playing like hopscotch. There's people all around. It's a bustling village, and there's also a there's a waterfall there, right? Like a little lake. Yeah. So there's like a lake next to it with a waterfall, and actually make me a history check.
2.
What's that?
2.
2. Roll with advantage because, yeah.
All right. 7. Barely better.
There's an itching in the back of your brain. This looks familiar, but you can't quite place what it is.
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking through this town of elves, or village, I guess it's more like a village. All of a sudden, you see this woman, and she's standing hanging some laundry, and she looks at you, kind of cocks her head for a second, and then gets like smiles and then runs up to you and just with open arms shouts and goes, Adeno! And then just hugs you.
I hug her back.
This is your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Mother in Elven is Mitha. So your mother's name is Shashta. Shashtaa. And so as you know embrace and she's just kissing your face all over and just doing that mom squeeze your cheeks kind of thing, like happy to see you. Tears of joy are starting to come out, roll down her cheeks, and she looks at you in your face and she goes, I missed you, my son.
I missed you as well, Mitha.
Where have you been?
I'm not even sure. I don't even know how I arrived here.
You've been gone for so long. And you're finally back home. Where's your brother?
We got separated and I got sucked into a void and spit out somewhere else. So I found a void and jumped back in and it brought me here.
Sometimes I worry about you boys and the strange things you do. Have you been well?
Can't complain, just mostly confused.
I would see that. I'm confused as well. What brings you back?
Feel as though my deity knew that I needed to rest. And so I was brought back here because I needed peace.
That's a wonderful thing, Adino. Or excuse me, Athenu. You do that. But please, let me make you some dinner and we'll have a proper family dinner.
Of
For
course.
once.
How are you, Mita? How is the house?
What's that?
I said, of course. How are you, Mita? How is our home?
Oh, we've been well since you've been gone. We elves have definitely built a life for ourselves here in Birdsong, in Phoenix Falls. Ever since the humans drove us out of Yorkon, it's been difficult, but we know that you and your brother fought very bravely.
Bravery is a word used by politicians to cause soldiers to do whatever they want. They don't take into effect the cost that being brave, the effect that it has on those soldiers.
Spoken like a true wise man. So she invites you in and she makes you some dinner. Some of her famous herb crusted venison. That is she's known for that. And it used to be you guys' favorite dish growing up, as well as with some sides of vegetables and things like that grown around the area. I guess the thing would be like, would you tell your mother about some of your adventures since meeting back up with Adino? I mean, Ariok, excuse me.
Yes, I would fill her in.
Fill her in on everything you guys have been doing?
At least I leave out details of Tracy and the magic seeds and just how the power that we've had to fight against thus far. Because I don't want her to worry.
Okay. Yeah. So as you guys are talking and you're telling her about your stories and your adventures, she looks at you and she goes, "It seems to be that you and Ariok have been serving a noble cause, whatever it might be, as you boys always do. I'm very proud of you, Adino. And when you see Iriok again, let him know I'm proud of him as well."
I wish that he could be here with us.
Where did you see your brother last?
We were in a field fighting a huge pumpkin, and everything was chaos. And then it was nothing. It was gone. I've been trying to
What
get
country
back.
were you in?
I cannot remember the
Ecuador.
name. Yeah, that.
Oh, you guys were in Ecuador. I might be able to get word to Adino to say you're safe. Is that something you
Sorry.
would want me to do for you?
Yes. Sorry, I'm also eating over here.
Oh, that's fine. Eating some
Eat
of
up.
Mother's herb crusted venison.
Of course.
So yeah, so she writes a little note, and to be able to send to Ariok. Adino, I guess you're going to be going off and meditating. Describe what kind of place that you would look for to go meditate.
So, first off, Adino wears heavy armor, and it weighs heavy on him. And he chose heavier armor going out on his quest to remind him of the weight of the duty to the men that he lost, and in speaking with his deity and knowing that he needed a time of peace, he knew that it was time to set the armor aside for a while and free himself of the burden of guilt that he'd been carrying. And so, first and foremost, Adino is going to remove his armor, and he'll go bathe in the pool under the waterfall as a cleansing ritual to reconnect him to his deity.
So, when you come out of the pool, you see a a little rat, and the rat kind of sits back on its haunches and kind of squeaks at you, and almost like it's talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of looks like he wants to be picked up.
I pick him up carefully.
Okay. So you pick up this little rat, and the rat then looks at your face, and he has a little bit of like a. You feel a. You feel a weird, like. I wouldn't say like a headache, but like a feeling going through your mind, and then you hear a voice in your mind, and it's Defunctio.
Mm-hmm.
And he speaks to you and he says, this time of peace is good for you. Go now and take your time. My quest for you has not yet begun, but whenever I'm ready for you, I expect you to come back to me.
I kneel and nod in agreement.
All right. The little rat, he kind of just squeaks. You don't hear the voice anymore. And then he runs off. So, with that very touching, awesome description, like, oh my goodness, that was really good. That was way better than I pictured it.
That was great.
That is the end of this episode. What imagery, JJ? That was fantastic. I loved that. The role play between you guys was fantastic, and that was a really good episode. So thank you. We hope you guys enjoyed listening to this episode, and we will see you next time for another round at the Groggy Donkey.
Stay groggy, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.